People will often say that sequels suck and they're not as good as the original. It's not always true. I think Home Alone 2 is better than Home Alone 1. A lot of people would say that Star Wars episode, like I said, technically episode 5 is better than episode 4. Um, and I'm sure there's others I can't think of. But I would say that Land of the Lost is definitely one where the original is better than the second one. And I bring that up because I'm opening this Land of the Lost Tom Porter. The this is from like the newer series. It was like early '90s. Um, the original series is really good. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I bought the box set. It's 3 seasons, and the third season is like kind of shorter. Definitely something that's cool. You can kind of binge watch. I watch it with my kids. It's really cool show. Really kind of interesting. Makes you think. But it's unfortunate they didn't get a cool action figure line for that. Instead, we got this from Tiger Toys. So this, perfect candy to open. The bubbles just really falling apart, coming off the card, and we need to free him. I mean, he's in this plastic Land of the Lost. He wants to get back to San Francisco. So there he is. He's got a karate punch action. Hold figure with your thumb on the tab on figure's back. It's missing an apostrophe. Push tab right and left to create the punching action. Okay. So there's that. So he's got this backpack. He has a flashlight that he cannot hold because his hand is in the shape of fifths. So we're just going to stick that in the backpack. He has a canteen in case he gets thirsty. You can wear that there. And then he has these like crystals. So I don't know a whole lot about this series of Land of the Lost, but crystals played a big part in the original one. They were kind of there was a Sleestak guy who was trying to get back to his time, trying to figure out the whole time conundrum, I guess you could call it, of the Land of the Lost, and he would put these crystals in this. What did he call it? Like some sort of like thing you learn about in math class. A matrix. All right, let's try to get this backpack. This isn't the best made toy. Tiger is known more for the little handheld video game things that weren't very great, but that we all had and loved, and I'm pretty sure I had a Ninja Turtle one. They were really, really, really hard, too. Actually, I just bought a Lion King one at Goodwill the other day. A vintage one. Tiger also made Captain Planet, which is a pretty cool toy line. I don't know what else they might have made. I'm sure they probably made a couple things. So just kind of a weird. I guess they're trying to spin off and make some toys, but didn't really work out too well, and they didn't do great at it either. So, but one thing I want to, as I'm trying to get this dude's backpack on. There we go. Got one. I guess it'd be easier if I just did this and then put it on him. I want to read this file card because it's really interesting. First of all, it says 82605. I don't know what that means, if that's his like code number. But it says the father of the Porter family, Tom, is the one who would most like to find his way out of Land of the Lost and return home to San Francisco. He feels very responsible for his two kids, especially since their mom died a few years ago, which is the same thing that happened in the original one. The mom had died. They went rafting and went down some rapids and ended up in the Land of the Lost. Here's the paragraph that's weird. Back in San Francisco, Tom was a hardworking lawyer. He and his wife would often take the kids camping on weekends. To keep in shape, Tom would spend many afternoons jogging and secretly dreams of winning a marathon race. So I don't really understand that last sentence. To keep in shape, Tom would spend many afternoons jogging and secretly dreams of winning a marathon race. So this kind of sounds a little bit more like a dating profile than a file card for an action figure, but that's kind of what it is. If you haven't seen, and shame on you if you haven't, that's okay. You can always go back. If you haven't seen, I've actually opened this one, Tasha, who has like a wind-up walking feature and also can chuck rocks. Not very well. But this is their boat. They came with this boat. It has a net. It has a fishing rod. It has oars. It has, all kinds of cool stuff. Now, the only kind of bad thing about it, you can see here is, so you would think, okay, well, Tom Porter, who is in my hands right now, this is the dad, would make sense that he would be on the boat, but he can't fit. I mean, maybe some of the kids can because they're smaller, but it's a really small boat. They should have definitely made this a little bit bigger. If you kind of turn the sail a little bit, then Tasha can fit, but you can't really fit anybody else on there, which is kind of a bummer. You know, like why have a boat and you can't fit anybody on the boat? It's poor research and development. Maybe why Tiger stopped making toys. So anyway, weird line, kind of cool, not too desirable or expensive. Some of them are cool. I actually kind of like this boat. I think it fits in well with maybe if you have like some of the Hook or Pirates of Dark Water, or I mean, there's many lines that I think this could fit in well with. They made a treehouse too, which would be really cool to get my hands on, but that actually is kind of hard to find and maybe a little bit expensive. So this was the Land of the Lost by Tiger Toys, 1992. Tom Porter. I guess he's going to go take a jog to get in shape because one day he wants to win a marathon race. But I guess first he has to get out of the Land of the Lost. So thanks for watching. Enjoy yourself. Open your toys and have fun.